small town Scuttlebutt.
Well, I just want to get this off my chest right now. I ate your pork chop. Lamb chop. Ate the lamb chop.
Was it not delicious?
It was awesome. I couldn't wait. I actually got home, ate it, and then I threw away the broccoli and rice.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Hey guys, what are we talking about? Well, Evan and I went out last night, had a little strategy sesh at the Ice House. It's a local restaurant, watering hole.
Awesome time?
Yeah, and we came up with some cool ideas and whatnot for the podcast and just chilled out. But Evan ordered some lamb chops and he left one on the plate. And I was like, that's not cool, bro.
Well, I just wanted to share the wealth, you know?
So I'm hey, you're going to finish that guy. And Evan just found that out.
I'm happy for you, though. That was good.
Yeah. I mean, you're eating it, and I took it out of your hand. I'm like, hey. So anyway, that fell flat. That was...
Well, I'm actually happier for the lamb, you know? It found a good home.
Yeah. It was good. Good stuff. That was a great start. We always start off like, we tie our shoelaces together and we just, ready, on three, and we fall over. I don't know what's going on. That was my open.
That was great.
Yep, lamb chops. They were good.
They were fantastic. What are you, do you want to share kind of some of the ideas we came up with?
You know what, I would, but
Yeah.
I was up till 3 a.m. and I don't have a pencil. I don't have notes. I don't even have the notepad that we... No, let's keep it a secret.
You want to?
Yeah, but I will show you something we do have. Letters from listeners. We have 4 of them. And, we should probably mention the big absence here. The big void.
The gaping hole.
I would not call any woman a gaping hole.
No. It's the void she leaves behind.
That's better. That's better.
Gaping hole.
Liz Daly. Liz, tell like it is, Daly. She's not here. She's hanging out in Charleston, South Carolina for a 50th birthday party.
Lucky her.
Yeah. We gave her a wake-up call at 6 a.m. Thought that would be a scuttlebutt, prank. She was not having it. She was like,
don't you dare.
get off the phone. I had mentioned that there was a strip club in Charleston.
You did mention that.
That is not true. The strip club that I was talking about is in Charlotte. I've had my southern cities mixed up.
Get it straight, Rick. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, she's not here, which is good for her because at 50, crushing it life, doing great, she's making that time for herself. Self-care, I guess.
It's awesome.
She's shopping and going out to dinner and just hanging out with girls, doing what girls do. I don't know.
God, to be a fly on that wall, huh?
Actually, it's kind of fun being the guy hanging out with like a group of girls.
Sure.
When they're like, we got the token guy.
Dude. It's your harem, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
It's great.
So
never happens to me, though.
and then they try to be extra funny and crazy because they have an audience.
Absolutely.
And you're like, oh yeah, you're crazy.
Dancing on the bar.
Yeah, topless. It's like, come on, you're a mom. Come on, this is.
You're only 50 once, though.
Yeah.
Only 50 once.
Well, she's not here, so there's really nothing you can do to replace that. I mean, it's Liz.
We got to fill the void.
We got to do something. So we get letters from listeners, and instead of just reading them piecemeal once in a while, I just kind of curate them, the good ones, and pull them together. And I thought, we'll call today's show. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Letters from women listeners.
Oh, dude, that is epic.
Yeah. So, fellas, if you wrote to us, you'll have to wait for
Yeah.
another batch of emails, but and text messages.
I can't wait to hear what they said.
Yeah, you can read them, but let's first catch up.
Okay. All right.
Well, we already caught up last night, so I don't give a shit. But for the sake of the Scuttlebuds,
Yeah.
and not
Not us.
boring me again with like retelling everything that we talked about last night. What's new in your life?
I brought new
10
stuff.
words or less. 10 words or less. Oh, what? You brought new stuff?
I did.
Like bits.
No, it was just it was a crazy week in real estate.
Oh, so you brought donuts?
No, I just notes. Donuts.
Donuts.
Crazy week in real estate.
Mm-hmm.
This is spring market, so it kind of gets bananas at this time of year with buyers, sellers, and all sorts of stuff happening. So I signed a purchase and sale in Medfield. I had big showings in Needham. I fired a client in Natick. Got multiple offers on a 40-acre.
I'm sorry, you fired a client. It doesn't work that way.
Yes, it does.
Clients fire the vendor or the service or the rep or the counsel. It doesn't go the other way around. You're fired. You'd be like, you're fired. You don't even pay me. I pay you. What the
well, you only get paid if the deal happens, just unrealistic expectations. With no contract in place, and spent a tremendous amount of time, doing a lot of different things. And I basically said, I think it's appropriate that we, kind of go in our own directions. I wish you the best of luck.
In person or on the phone?
Oh, no, this was email.
Email. So you didn't do a coin flip, like heads, we work this out, tails, we go our own way. No. You're like, goodbye.
It may have been a coin flip in my head, but it was both sides were coming up.
So you wrote a diplomatic email.
Absolutely.
I was going to say, how does Evan Walsh send it? I mean, you've heard the show. Look at him, listen to him. He's a very upbeat, positive guy. I think also, I want to talk about this someday.
Yeah.
Total tangent, but cancer survivor.
Okay.
You probably have a whole different, renewed perspective on life where you can have these uncomfortable things without being, I bet you have a tact. Like you're not, I bet the guy read that and goes and says, you know what? That was, I can't argue this. And wow. I want to break up with my girlfriend. I should ask him to do it. You just seem like you have good tact. You know?
Cancer changes everything, really. What's important, what's not important. Where do you want to focus, your time? And it was one of those things. I felt as though it was becoming a toxic relationship and an environment for me. And again, with I don't have a contract in place. So a lot of what you do in real estate, it's speculative. You're trying to build relationships, nurture relationships, and nobody loves to sign a contract right away. So you're trying to, show them what you can do, and you kind of have to, space out, how much time and effort you're giving them. So at some point, it gets to be either too much, or things move in the right direction and everybody's happy. But this was just not going in the right direction. I felt a lot of indecision. Kind of really not knowing where they were going. It's a developer, and, just first time, it was tough. So I just found that my time was, probably better spent focusing my energies on something else,
Let me just make assumptions.
Go ahead.
Because that's what makes life fun. Just make an assumption, be totally wrong, and go, I liked my idea, and the person's still a jerk. Contractors, you're saying? Developers.
Developer. It was a particular developer.
A big one?
It's a big project. Yep.
I feel like a big developer is going to be the guy that waits for the 30th day to pay the invoice, maybe the 45th after the second courtesy call. The developer is the guy that's going to make sure that you're going to march to the beat of his drum or her drum, not yours.
Yeah.
Right? I just feel like there's that attitude that get on my way. We'll do it when I want to do it. I don't know. I've seen projects where who's doing this? Where's it coming from? And it's always whatever the biggest entity is typically. Yeah.
I mean, you get all sorts, some developers truly value the expertise and knowledge that realtors share. Mm-hmm. Other ones, they like to do it their own way. It's like my way or the highway. And then there's other ones that are kind of, trying to figure stuff out. But this particular project, it's a huge, massive undertaking with somebody that just doesn't have a tremendous amount of experience. And, I can walk them through the process, but that's a lot of time and a lot of effort, and without some kind of contract in place, I'm basically working for free. And I've had this happen before where, you're basically used for your insight, your CMA that they can present to a bank. And then at the end of the day, they end up going with somebody else. So it was really just kind of like a way to use you for what you have.
I'm glad that you sniffed that out pretty quick. That happened to me one time. I was doing some consulting in public relations, and I met this new company, this startup, and the two guys. we had a great interview. Like,
Yeah.
they wanted to get, and they were just asking, and they were like, "Oh, can we hold on to this?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"It's proprietary, pal. I was just showing you
Yeah.
what you could become, you know."
Right.
And they're asking a lot of questions. And about 30 minutes into the interview, I started adjusting my. Actually, I started throwing questions back, like, "Are you intent on?" So
Is
what
this
are you
going anywhere?
Well, I was like talking about like what are you looking like, kind of like what do you want, like other than extracting free information right now.
It's like hooking up.
Are we doing
in a way? You know?
Yeah, speed dating.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's just.
so you guys are gonna buy me dinner first before I hand over this 3-pronged integrated marketing plan, with media relations. And
I was thinking of something else, but yeah, we're on the same.
of course,
page.
you were thinking of something else. You're Evan.
Yeah, I am.
Evan came up with an idea last night. He wants to talk to seniors about sex.
I think it's a great topic, don't you think?
I know, and it's great. We say it, 2 dudes talking about sex. No one wants to hear.
Yeah, nobody wants to
And
hear
Liz isn't here, so maybe we should wait for Liz to come
Yeah.
so we can talk to her.
Dive into that one a little bit more.
Yeah, I'd be like, Liz,
Sexy seniors. That's what it's called.
And you wanted to interview seniors about
Making whoopee.
making whoopee. I don't know if you're going to get too many seniors that are going to be like,
Yeah, but think about like, how many Betty Whites are there out in the world? I mean, you know,
well,
she
there's
was
0 now. Thank you for bringing it up. That you fucking asshole. You know, like maybe you survived cancer, but she did not survive old age, and you're trying to be.
Nobody does. Nobody does. But God, she's a gem, and
She was past that. She's dead. Remember?
God,
Fucking
killing me. Yeah. So busy week in real estate. What else did I have? Well, I think that was just a whole bunch of other stuff is going on. But you know what?
That's great podcast content. A bunch of other stuff. Wait, is this Patreon? Like, how do we learn about the other stuff, Evan?
You want to learn?
What a cliffhanger! I really fucking care.
I got a new golf club for my birthday.
Oh, dude, did I send you a picture of my golf clubs?
You did.
And I said something to think about or something, right? Like,
yeah.
I was sending that around to people because I am ready to golf.
Awesome.
I'm thinking about going to Dick's.
Yeah.
Update. I need to get the new shoes. I have like the Charlie.
Do you even golf?
Yeah.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Cool.
I need to do it more.
Yeah.
I need to get out more. Walking. I like to walk the course.
Okay.
A bit.
Yeah.
A 9-hole
It
executive.
looked like a heavy bag to carry. Not gonna lie.
You have a heavy bag?
No. Well, I said that looked like a heavy bag to carry.
Does it really?
It does look like a heavy bag to carry.
I see.
Any like dual shoulder straps or anything?
No.
Oh
just
yeah.
one.
That's
and it doesn't have the legs either, which I might have to.
So we
upgrade.
call that a staff bag.
Okay.
That's a heavy one.
Yeah. I might get something a little more streamlined.
Yeah, lighter, easier to carry, double straps. That's
Yep.
what you want.
Yeah, that's what I want to get.
I worked at. I don't know if you knew this, but I worked at Wayland Country Club for almost a decade before real estate.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, you are a golfer.
I am a golfer.
Like yeah, I'm a 2.5 bogey golfer.
A 2.5 bogey golfer.
Yeah, like when someone says like I'm a double bogey golfer, which seems to be
okay.
seems to be par for the course. Like the average guy on a golf course,
Yeah,
probably a double bogey golfer.
probably like a 30 handicap.
Yeah, I can sometimes I like get on the fair. I mean, I'm on the green, like I'm gonna get 2 under par, and then it's like put. I'm like just pretend there's a fucking windmill in front of this thing, and you'll nail it. And it's like 30 yards. Yeah, you know. Short game's not good. That's what I was trying to get.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you should get some inspiration this week. Masters is on.
I got the app. I was listening to sports radio.
Yeah.
We were talking about Michael Felger. Yeah, love him or hate him, but I do a lockstep agree with this guy about the fucking tech reliance and the logging in and the downloading and another goddamn app of like what happened to just turn on my fucking TV.
Yeah.
CBS. Saturday.
Everybody wants your information.
Yeah, it's so I got this app, but then it's like I'm not gonna. You can watch every hole, every player, anytime. This whole course has just
great.
got 8,000. I just want to look at the golf course.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't even like golf, which I can understand, if you don't play golf, you would probably look at it as the dumbest waste of time ever.
Well, you know, it's interesting.
That is beautiful landscaping.
It's so funny. So back, and I guess it was sort of around the time when Tiger was becoming so popular. But before that era, they never showed the first 9 on TV. So it was sort of this mystery. It's a mystery course, and they would only televise the back 9. So they may show like highlights from if somebody hit like a great shot or hole in one or whatever, but they would never show the front 9. So everyone's like, wow, like what does this course look like? Then Tiger became popular, and television started. Everybody wanted to see more Tiger. And the Masters would, Augusta, they would start to loosen some of their restrictions and allow more access and all that.
Like for black people, like Tiger, for one, right?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't.
I make an assumption, but you were in Georgia. It had to have been, right? Like, I don't know the history of Augusta, but
I'm not educated enough to know the exact history.
I'm just throwing shit out. Like,
I know, I get it, and it very well could have been.
I have to look that up.
Yeah, now? Or are we going to go, or we're going to go with the story?
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Let's talk about this.
Sure.
Time out.
There's no rules, just right.
Yep, let's talk about this. I interrupted. I made a proclamation that you said easing restrictions. I made a joke like letting black people like Tiger in.
Sure.
That's a pretty serious accusation joke. But it has to be true, right? I would think that Augusta at some point was restrictive. Let me look this up.
Well, golf courses in general were restrictive, back then. I mean, different ethnicities, I'm sure, in certain clubs. Obviously, women in certain clubs and all that, Yeah. But it changed. But while you look that up, so all of the access changed. You found it?
The first black person was allowed to come in. A television executive. His name was Ron Townsend.
Huh.
Guess what year?
I'm going to go with 1967.
1990.
Holy. Okay.
We were freshmen in high school, and this freaking golf course.
Wait a minute. As a member or to play?
To play. Let me see.
I'm sorry.
Augusta invited and accepted its first African American member.
Yep.
Television
I remember
executive
that.
Ron Townsend in 1990 after Shoal Creek Golf and Country Club.
Yeah.
An all-white golf club in Alabama refused membership to African Americans. 1990.
That's insane.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, insane.
Like when I think the woke shit is
I get it.
Over the top and ridiculous, and some people just you don't need to fight that fight. Like let the people.
Yeah.
Let them speak, like everyone's fucking but then that's why I'm glad I looked that up.
Actually, I'm glad you did too.
Because I'm slinging shit, but you know what?
But you were right.
This is why we judge. We always talk about you should judge people. You should judge. I'm going to judge a Southern country club. I'm going to assume that you have racist roots. And I would throw $1,000 on that actually. And then I doubled down. I looked it up, and bam,
you would be
backed it up.
You know what I appreciate is, you had a theory, and you looked it up. You did the research yourself, and
I
then
didn't corroborate it though. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but just Crazy Larry's conspiracytheories.com is my source. I should reveal that. Okay. We will corroborate it in the next episode. But go ahead.
But that's what people should do. Is research for yourself. Don't just listen to the news. Do a little digging. You did a little digging and you found out the truth. I like that.
It's not that hard. It's the information age.
Yeah. Well, it's true.
Everything you need to know, it's all right here.
Yeah.
Everything.
It's true. So, getting back to Augusta and them loosening their sort of
where were we?
secretive nature.
Yeah.
As Tiger became more popular, they allowed more television and insight into Augusta and all of that.
Yeah.
And now it's they finally realized how much money they could make by opening access to everybody, right? And look at it now. It's
doubling attendance.
You've got cameras on every single hole. It's available on every single social media platform. I mean, it's literally every inch of the Masters tournament is happening at that moment on your phone, and you can catch it all.
Could you imagine going to a sports book that was dedicated to the Masters? All the TVs, all 18 holes.
It's call it heaven.
If that's that's your thing. I can't say I really ever got into. The only time I really got into a golf tournament was, I think it was the U.S. Open a couple of years when Wayne Gretzky's son-in-law, Dustin, what's his face?
Dustin Johnson?
Yeah.
Is that it? Is it
Dusty Johnson?
Is he related to Gretzky?
Married
he married his daughter. Yeah. Smoke show.
Yep.
They had a house.
Good genes.
I guess.
Wayne Gretzky is your dad, and then what's the mom's name? She was a model.
She was a model. Yeah, I don't know.
Joan or
It escapes me. Well, we could look that up too.
we need a fourth. We need someone.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, we interviewed you, listeners. You heard the interview. He crushed it. Now Evan's here as full-time unpaid member. If you would like to be the person that looks stuff up as we're talking.
Yeah, and they have like the distant laugh, like that.
Yeah,
Like in the background.
Yeah.
I love those guys.
Yeah, you throw a piece of popcorn at them. Laugh, dude. That was good. They could be remote too. They could always just be like on our YouTube thing. They could just be a little square. Just Anyway, we don't have to look everything up.
That's okay.
It's not important.
So anyway, Masters is now allowing access to everything, and it's awesome. It's Masters Week, man. It's fun. Sit on my couch, grab a cold beer.
Yeah.
You all right?
Well, I'm looking at her. This is a technical thing. Nobody listening cares, but we have 4 tracks recording, but only 3 are actually working.
Oh. Huh.
Mic 3, that's me. But check.
I'm Mike 3.
Okay, you know what?
You know what we're doing?
We sound good.
We're leaving a mic open for Liz.
Yeah. Mike?
In honor of Liz.
Yeah. It's like the microphone it's the proverbial empty seat at the wedding reception, so we all can go, we get it, your grandma died, we all we've all been to a funeral. And fuck your cash bar. We're out of here.
It's like the Ted Williams seat at Fenway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what it is.
It's just like that.
Absolutely.
I think at 22 minutes into the show, it'd be appropriate for you to ask me how I'm doing.
Oh, my apologies. So, Rick, how are you doing?
Oh well.
Hope I didn't catch you off guard.
No, it's your segues are so smooth. I do want to consider.
Yeah.
I'll pitch you on this idea.
Okay.
Because you keep talking about how you want to do your own podcast.
Sure.
Which I think you should do. You built a podcast studio.
Yeah.
Only makes sense that you do something with it.
It makes a lot of sense.
But you've pitched a lot of ideas and
Sure.
and thrown. And I think just doing this stuff is going to get the creative juices flowing. And
absolutely.
Things that don't work here, you can take our scraps and run with them on that thing you do.
Yeah, perfect.
Right? And if you have anything good,
bring
it
it
over
over
here. Yeah, let me do a test. Let's beta test this.
Yeah, I like
and then
it.
you can take it to your thing. I feel like I could do a podcast on just interactions with senior citizens at grocery stores.
Okay.
It's a passion I have. I don't know if you have that passion.
No, I'd prefer to talk to them about whoopee time.
Yeah, you want to talk about banging with someone with dentures and a diaper, which is
totally normal.
We all have our thing.
Yeah, it's true.
Let's look at your search history. What is this? Holy shit. Jerry Andrick. Okay, anyway. I go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
I'm in a good mood. I know what is happening. It's like you saw my dog get picked up by the dog playgroup people, right?
Yeah, that was
and
cool.
And he was wagging his tail. He was like freaking out. He knows who it is. He's like, oh. I kind of start wagging the tail when I go into the grocery store because I'm going in with my lifestyle. I can go in during the week.
Yeah.
2 in the afternoon,
sure.
On Tuesday or 10 a.m. on a Wednesday. Do you know who else goes grocery shopping then? Old people. Mm-hmm. I shop with the elderly, and they are getting out, and this for them is social time. Yep. They're interacting.
Absolutely. Sure.
I'm not acting like I'm doing God's work. Oh, there's a lonely senior. They need my presence and my wit and wisdom. Yeah. No, I generally like talking to them because they're chatty. They're cool, and
they have more knowledge than anybody else.
Oh my God. I mean, I love history. I would just love to be your 10-year-old self. Yeah. Just one day, just for 10 minutes. Yeah. Just bing and be like, what am I wearing? Where am I? How are we transport? Like, who's the president? Like, what am I having for lunch? How is this the desk I sit in at school? It's like,
what? Yeah. What was life like?
Yeah. It's
cool,
man. Coming out of the Depression. I mean, that's
well, just all this stuff that that they've lived through and experienced. I mean, look at what you've lived through in your short life. I mean, we've had all sorts of good stuff, bad stuff, and all that. But
Yeah. So when I see these people, I like you're crossing paths quite a bit. You're like, you can't shake these people. Like, as slow as they are, they're still there. It's like, so I always make a comment or something. Chatty. There was a gentleman who was coming in hot around a corner by the ice cubes.
With cart?
Yes, with cart.
Oh, boy.
Well, his wife was, on the doubles.
Oh, boy.
Sir, come on, let's go.
Yep.
Frank, do you have the list? She's barking about the list, and he was like coming over. Well, I'm coming around. We do a head-to-head.
No.
I pull up. I go, whoop. And I go, he goes, oh, sorry. I go, nope, you first.
Oh.
You're the one with the retired Navy hat. I said,
geez.
you're the retired veteran, sir.
Absolutely.
He says, that's right. He points to me with a smile. He goes, that's right. Like, thank you for acknowledging.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
He was a really nice guy. So now we had a rapport.
Yeah.
Right. We go to the checkout counter.
Yeah.
Now I'm at the checkout. He's in another lane.
Yeah.
Right? And the lady, Victoria, who's a very nice lady.
Okay.
She's at the grocery store. She checks me out. I like to go to Victoria. She is checking me out. And she says, how you doing today? And I said, I was doing great until I heard about Prince William not getting the crown. And then the old man turned around and he goes, you read these books too?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, like he's talking about the tabloids. He
Yeah.
referred to them as books. And like, of course, everyone, that's why they're here. Everyone reads.
Yeah, you can't not read it in the line.
You stand there and you see what kind of candy do they have. No,
Yeah.
I'm fat. I shouldn't buy any of that. Hey, women's circle. What's going on? Women's world. That's one. I always, the recipes and anyway.
Yeah, I avoid those.
So the guy, he's shooting the shit with me. He's like, hey, I too do that thing, So fast forward again.
Yeah.
This guy, he's checked out. He's leaving. I'm just getting groceries bagged. I'm paying.
Yeah.
So he's in his car. I'm watching him.
Yeah.
Just being a trooper, getting his wife in the car, going around. He's like in his 80s.
Yeah.
Like let's say 85. Very, very elderly man.
Yep.
Foot shuffling,
walking
guy, relying on the carriage. Like
Gravity's heavy, man.
Yep. So he gets in his car. He's pulling out, and I'm ready to cross the crossing guard.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I forgot a big fucking
Point. Yeah.
Can we rewind?
Yeah, go back.
Scuttlebutt. I'm so sorry. Back to the checkout counter. This is a huge thing.
Yeah.
Navy, right?
Yeah.
He says, "You read those books too?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh yeah. You got to keep up with the scuttlebutt."
Oh.
The scuttlebutt it's Navy jargon. It's Marine jargon.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, scuttlebutt is the cask on the top deck of a ship
Get out of here.
that would supply the crew a day's worth of water.
You're kidding me.
So it's like, hey, what's the scuttlebutt? It's the proverbial, or it's the initial water cooler talk.
Who knew?
A lot of people. Yeah. So catch up.
Did he know?
Yeah, because he's in the Navy.
But did he acknowledge it?
Oh yeah, he did.
How did he do it?
Hey, yes, scuttlebutt.
Nice.
Yeah. Why did I forget that? I am the shitty storyteller. That was the greatest thing.
God.
Like we almost high-fived on that.
Dude, you did.
Yeah.
Virtually.
Virtually, yeah.
It was like an intellectual high five.
Yeah, I knew he was going to love it too. I said, well, you got to keep up with the scuttlebutt. And he was like, God damn it. So anyway.
Boy, you probably sent him back in. He's like ready.
Yeah. Well, I did pump his tires because he was in his car leaving. I was going to let him go. He stopped, wanted me to cross the crosswalk.
What a guy.
I'm crossing the crosswalk.
Yeah.
This guy, and I have goosebumps.
Yeah.
He gave me a salute.
Come on.
Gave me a salute.
You kid.
Yep.
It's as good as it gets.
I don't know what the code of conduct is, and I don't know what constitutes stolen valor. But I did give a casual pedestrian civvy salute. We'll call it. I just did hey, I went to college instead.
You know what?
I think I saw Top Gun. They do it like this, right? But we smiled, and I was like, this fucking guy. I think we both made each other's day. We both made each other's day.
You just made my day.
Did I really?
Seriously, I love veterans. My dad's a veteran, my grandparents. I mean, to me, that is the absolute proper acknowledgement. If a military veteran or anyone in the military, the service, gives you a salute, how can you not salute back? I don't find that disrespectful, and I don't think anyone would.
Yeah. No, it was a joke, Evan, about stolen valor.
Oh.
You took it too seriously.
Well, jeez. Great story, though.
Yeah, isn't it great?
It's awesome.
By the way, I joke around.
Yeah.
Deadpan in the house all the time, and my wife has told me, like, the kids now think that you're doing this. And I'm like,
and I'm glad you backed it up to tell us the scuttlebutt part.
yeah,
that
it would have been
was
better
really
if I had remembered it on the fly.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was just an endearing moment because today we're recording. It's 9:55 on Friday morning.
Yeah,
this happened on Monday.
Awesome.
And
major week.
Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about this man.
That's awesome.
And his sweet wife.
Yeah.
And their partnership. And before you've been on the show, one of my constant, things I like to attack is the husband-wife tandem on the grocery shopping.
Totally, that's cool.
Like, hey, losers.
Yeah.
It's a one-person job. Get some separation.
Yeah.
Dude, this is your time to get the fuck out of the house and away from her. Take the list and run. And don't bring your phone because she'll call you.
Yeah, and don't fuck up.
Yeah, and don't fuck it up. Yep.
Because you're going to hear about it when you get home.
Which is okay because you have to go back out.
Oh, you forgot the eggs? I'm sorry.
They were out. I'm just dropping this off because the milk is going to go bad and I have to go to the other grocery store.
I do that all the time. If I forget something, they were out.
Yeah.
They were out of it.
Yep.
They were out of milk? Yeah, shocking. I mean, it was really a big surprise for me, too. They had skim, but I wasn't about to buy skim milk.
Yeah. Could have gotten cream and just watered it down.
Yeah. But I respect you, and I wouldn't want to do that to you, watering down cream.
Speaking of cream, have you ever tried buttermilk? Just taste it on its own. Like, oh, here's an ingredient: buttermilk pancakes. I'm making buttermilk pancakes. Buttermilk. Butter sounds like it tastes good. Milk is fine.
I don't know if I've ever
disgusting.
had
It's disgusting.
buttermilk.
Yeah,
is it really?
It is not to be tasted on its own.
And what does it come in, like a normal box, like a carton,
yeah,
like a milk carton,
yeah,
like a dairy,
like a quart, pint.
Huh.
And
not very good, huh?
No, not on its own. It's kind of like
bitter.
When you were ever a kid and your mom's making like.
I feel like I can taste it.
Baking, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if I've
when you're a kid, your mom's baking something, she's using that dark chocolate, like baker's chocolate or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, can I have some? And your mom's like, it's not chocolate. You won't like it. I will like it. It's chocolate. No, you won't like it. I will. No, it's brown. Put it in mouth now. And then my mom's like, I eat it. It tastes like that. Oh, this is shit. How can you give this to me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
buttermilk.
tough.
Yeah, you want to fuck with a kid. All right, kids. You put out a little glass of buttermilk and blocks of baker's chocolate, and just sit back and watch the video. We should do these things.
You want to?
Yeah.
A reaction?
Yeah. We should do this. We should do these
good.
videos.
That is good.
We were talking about like we got to get our social media thing going. I had one. I want to do a piece like an expose on my speech impediment.
Spit it out.
My mall walking.
Mall walking.
I'd be a mall
Wait,
walker.
you are a mall walker?
No, but like my wife was supposed to go for a walk with a friend down the street today, and it's raining, and she says it won't happen. I said, go to the Natick Mall. And she's
mall walking group.
Yeah, they do that. You know that, right?
Yeah, they do when they're 80.
Yeah, and
70.
Were you here?
How old are you?
47. Yeah, but if you flip those numbers around. Right, that's where I can land.
You know what?
Did you not hear this? I got saluted. By I would say Korea. Yeah. By a Korean war.
What do you think he would have done if he saw you walking around the mall?
He'd be passing me on the right. He goes, "That all you got, dog face? Let's go! Lift, run, lift." That's what he'd be like.
He totally would. That's awesome.
And I'd be like,
I think it's the only way that a guy like you could actually mall walk.
He's like, God damn it. And then he'd fireman's carry me to the Gap. Yeah. He's like, we got to get you some new shoes. Pussy.
Well, that would put you into shape. That would hit the spot.
I'm going to be the mall walker.
Yeah.
I see the mall walkers. I'm like, that's a nice lifestyle.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to challenge you then.
If you're I think it'd be funny if you and I did a thing where we're mall walking. And we talk about.
Now you want me to mall walk?
Yeah, I think we should be a mall walking. It's an idea in development.
Okay, I like you doing the mall walk solo.
Put it with your notes. So do you remember when we were going to call this show Letters from Women Listeners?
Yeah, I like it. It's a great idea.
Well, it's only going to be justified if we actually read those letters from the women listeners.
I think it was a perfect tease, and now here we go.
Evan, you're a tease. That was my gay bromance voice.
Yeah, well.
For you, Evan. You make me want to be a better man. A better podcaster.
Not surprised.
Yeah. Let's do a commercial first.
Oh, all right.
All right. Let's flip a coin. Heads, it's Park Street Books. Tails, it's a children's bookstore on Park Street, formerly. And it's Park Street Books.
Okay.
This week, Park Street Books. Have you ever heard of Park Street Books?
I love Park Street Books.
No, don't just say that because they pay us. Like, why? Sell me on it. Don't.
But you know what? I'll tell you exactly
I want
why.
Authenticity.
Because when you go in there, it's an experience. It's like an old fashioned bookstore, toy store. They've got everything in there.
Old fashioned.
Well, it's not typical. You don't see this stuff every day.
Is it steam powered or?
They might have a steam powered boiler down in the basement. You never know.
Mill or something.
Yeah, but it's just really cool, and you can go in there with your kid. You can lose yourself for half an hour, and walk out.
Hard stop. You want to get lost with yourself in a children's bookstore?
No, with your kid.
Okay, that's a big thing you need to include.
Oh,
like
didn't I?
You were going to put. I don't know.
You get.
Oh, do we have to replay the tape? You know what I'm not going to do, Evan?
What?
I am not going to correct you. I don't think you did. I think you just said you can get lost.
Maybe.
But everyone who's listening knows you're right or I'm right. I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and listen.
Why?
But I am not going to correct you because last night we're hanging out and we're talking about two guys hanging out at the bar having dinner. I went with the grilled chicken sandwich. Evan with the lamb chop on the...
An overabundance of lamb chops, so you can have one later.
Yeah. We were talking about NAFTA, as you do, and he was calling it the North American
Free
Trade Organization.
Agreement.
Yeah, NAFTA. And I said, oh, hold on, cowboy. Pretty sure it's North Atlantic. And he's like, oh, yeah, like doing that nice thing, like, I know I'm right, but let the idiot...
Flounder.
Yeah. And, I did that thing like, now I have to know. So I look it up, and sure enough, Evan is right. That's good. But do you know what NAFTA stands for? Like, before we just told you, NAFTA? And I'm like, well, am I stupid? I'm like, no, I'm not stupid. I just got my foreign policy acronyms wrong.
Yep.
NATO is North Atlantic.
Correct.
Treaty Organization.
That is
not North American treaty. Like,
yeah. Now, what I didn't tell you last night is I don't know that I knew what NATO actually stood for.
Oh, so I scored a point.
Yeah.
I
but
equalized, but you weren't going to give it to me.
Absolutely not. Not last night, I wasn't.
Yeah, you're a dick. I should have made you pay the bill.
Thank you for that, by the way.
I like going to the ice house. You just charge it to room 316.
Yeah.
That was a joke I used a lot last night.
It's a good one.
Yeah, but I killed it. Oh, you want to put this on a tab? Yeah, put it on room 316. Guys,
what we should do?
We
should put it on Park Street Books.
Yeah, put it on Park Street Books tab. Oh, this is still technically the advertisement for
Absolutely.
Park Street Books? Okay. I'm not sure the listeners knew that.
Oh.
I completely forgot. Let's get back on track. But that's, did I ever tell you I have ADHD?
Well,
your job, see, the reason why I sit in the middle is like, you ever go bowling with like the bumper lanes?
I get it.
Yeah. You're my right bumper lane, and I don't have a left bumper lane.
Yeah, we are.
She had to go celebrate her 50th birthday with her friends.
We are a rudderless ship.
Kind of. But
we're still floating.
Yeah.
Still floating.
Yeah. Okay, well.
And you know what you can get at Park Street Books? They have Lego sets. I'm a big Lego guy. At least I was when I was a kid.
Okay.
And they have the awesome Lego sets where you can you build like the pirate ships, and they have like Robin Hood scenes and Star Wars and all that stuff, which is really cool.
Was Legos always like that, or when we were kids in the 80s, didn't they just say, "Here's like a bunch of blocks, go create"? Right?
Well, they had sets. not to the extent, and they didn't have the licensing agreements with all the different companies. But my first set of Legos was basically a wood box just filled to the brim with all sorts of colors, and you had to figure shit out on your own.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I made some
creativity.
pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I kind of like that idea where it's like, what should I make? I don't know. Fucking start putting shit together. You know?
I mean, anybody can follow directions,
Yes,
right? But
yes.
to me, it's like it takes a true artist to kind of go off their own.
Certainly value in both.
Absolutely.
Certainly value in both. So, well, Legos, chalk it up with the thing that's similar between the Legos and all the other stuff that they sell there is it does not run on electricity.
Yeah.
Everything you buy there, read, play, unplug.
Yeah.
Evan's looking like, wow, I just
never
figured
thought
this
of
out.
it.
It's right there in the tagline. Read, play, unplug. Nothing you buy plugs in.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, so it's board games, puzzles, like, you know, we're not old fashioned for playing Candyland with your kid. You know, I'd say Lincoln Logs. I don't know. Maybe that's a little old.
Yeah.
Lincoln Logs.
No, but they're cool too.
They don't even make those anymore.
Sure they do.
Do they?
Oh my God.
How about Weeble Wobbles? Do you remember Weeble Wobbles?
Marbles are still popular.
Some things come around.
Absolutely.
No one no kid that has a sack of marbles has ever actually played marbles.
Yeah. No, you're right. I don't think they know what they're for.
Yeah.
It's like a little bag of gems.
Yep.
That's, you know.
No kid with jacks
Yeah.
and a ball or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's ever done that.
I'm sure people have played jacks.
A stupid game.
Yeah, it's-
Bounce the ball, pick up the things,
Yeah.
catch the ball. Did
It's
you do it?
it's entertaining for some people.
I mean, this is the shit that Siri, when was jacks invented? Like, where are you in life? Where
I'm guessing 1870. That's my guess. It's got. I mean, that's an old game. That's like the antique games that they play with, like the steel rim from the whiskey barrel and the stick. You
I
know?
was going to bring. Okay, so I was a volunteer, a chaperone, on the trip to Plymouth, Patuxent. It used to be the Plymouth Plantation.
Yeah.
So we live here in Massachusetts, Bay Colony, all that history with Pilgrims and Native Americans, and this is like a homestead recreation of the time.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And they're like, one of the things was like the kids, the toys were so primitive, and one of them was like a weaving wheel or something, and a stick, and it was just like, keep the stick upright like a bicycle wheel by pushing it with.
Yeah, and you run around and you keep the wheel going. It was great.
That's great. Well, I can't find the jacks thing. No one cares, but you guys can look it up and email it to us. The other thing they have at Park Street Books is a nice collection of books.
They do.
They do. They have kids' books, but also if you go upstairs, and I kid you not, you go up the stairs, take a left.
Yeah.
If you go right, you hit a wall.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Go left, go all the way down.
Yeah.
To the right,
Yeah.
look in the wall. Adult books.
Stop it.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of adult books?
Well, they are rated PG to rated R
Okay.
for violence or historic,
Yes.
books.
Yep.
They are not the X-rated books that typically get referred to as adult books.
I would think that, that's probably a good idea.
Although, talk about old-fashioned things. Do people like go out and like, you know what I'd like to do? I'm looking for a historical fiction piece of smut around 300 words. Jim, do you have anything? Yes. The new Horny Housewives series just came out.
You'll find it upstairs in behind the black curtain, like the old VHS tapes back in the day.
The Western the doors there. Yeah. So anyway, those adult books are like the classics. Good things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Stuff
Stuff that's more your speed, like Nicholas Sparks.
I don't even know who Nicholas Sparks is.
What?
Yeah, who the hell is Nicholas Sparks?
Probably the worst author, popular author now, but people like my mom love him.
Which is why I don't know who the hell he is.
The movie The Notebook?
I think so.
Okay, you need to get cultured.
Is that a chick flick?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, well, I'm not into chick flicks.
The Notebook, dude. Get a tissue.
Am I gonna cry?
It's like this couple, they grow old together. The chick gets the old broad gets
Jesus.
What do you call it? We can't remember shit. Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's.
She gets Alzheimer's. the husband's trying to be cool with her, but she has these flashes of like, hey, Bill, or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
And he tries to cherish those moments. And I guess they die in bed at the same time or something.
God.
And I don't even know if there was a Notebook in the movie. I don't know why they called it the Notebook. But they were banging in the rain on a thing. And I'm like, when they were young.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a flashback. Yeah.
Wow.
It was a flashback. Yeah. You should. You know what? You should watch.
I'm not doing.
Yes, you want to do reaction videos? You go to the senior center. You do the sexy senior center. You watch the sex scenes from the Notebook with grandma, and you're like, hey.
I don't know if I could handle that.
I don't know I think this would have to be. I don't know if I could ever tell this story, but I was caught in a very uncomfortable situation with my grandma.
What?
We were watching a movie together, and it was very inappropriate.
Oh, no.
And it was just got from bad to worse, and it was like, holy shit. How do you bail? How do you get out of this? I went to go visit them and sleep over.
Oh, God.
This is after college, my first job. It was a Friday night. I was like, I'm going to go visit Nan and Grandpa. I'm going to go up. It's up in Lake Street in New Hampshire.
I thought you were going to tell me something totally different.
I think, no, I did not get caught. No.
Okay.
Grandma!
Like you couldn't stand up.
Yeah. Hi.
Oh, boy.
No. We were watching, what was that movie with Nick Cage and Elizabeth Shue? Leaving Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah, good movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I picked the movie out. They had like 100 VHS tapes. So I'll go. It's after dinner. Like, pick a movie. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, Nick Cage. Let's go on. Know anything about the movie?
Yeah.
Let alone it's about a prostitute.
But Elizabeth Shue was in it. I mean, you're kind of hoping.
I was actually more into Nick Cage's work at the time.
Oh, is that right? Well, you're so refined.
Nick Cage. Well, anyway, it was a very inappropriate point where Elizabeth Shue is on her hands. No, she's on her knees. If you got kids in the minivan, you might want to turn it down. I'm paraphrasing here, but she looks up at Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of the relationship, and she's about to go down on him, and she says, "You can come on my face.
Oh my God!
Come on my tits, but not my hair. I just washed it. Now I'm laying on a couch, right, with a blanket and a pillow. My grandmother is like over my shoulder, sitting in a lazy boy, and it was just like dead quiet. Like, what the fuck? Like, what?
Was her hearing okay?
I hear, Ricky, are you still awake?
Oh no! Oh no!
And I said, no. And we both laughed so hard. And we turned off. We're like, and that was like, cue the off button. Like,
man.
Not watching this movie. And I watched it later. I'm like, there's that rape scene. Like this just goes downhill. I mean, it's a great movie. But don't watch it with your grandma.
Holy
don't watch it with your grandma.
smokes.
And I mean, it's awful. Like you got to go to therapy on it. That's a therapy session.
Oh my God! Yeah, that is.
I just watched soft porn with my Nana.
That is a what a moment! What a moment you shared. Is she still around?
No, she's not. But and the story didn't go over well when I gave the eulogy. But I thought, no, just kidding.
I'll never forget that time in the living room. Oh God, yeah.
Yep.
Well,
I wonder if I'll ever be on the other end of like, what are we in for?
I don't know.
Like, what's the bar of decency? Like, where will movies go? What will scripts write into? What dialogue will be written into it that we're going to be subject to? I don't know, but that's for another day. We called this show, Evan, Letters from Women Listeners. Yeah. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 4 of them. Do you want to do the honors and just read them?
Yeah. All right. I'm down.
Okay.
All right.
So, by the way, how much time do you have?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Rick, there is no time limit on my
You're supposed to
contribution.
You're supposed to sound like a busy guy.
Well, I am. I've got plenty of stuff to do, but the podcast is important to me. That's why I'm here.
Good.
All right. Letters from women listeners. This is from Kim from Walpole.
I feel like we've heard from a Kim in Walpole.
Is that right?
I think she's a regular. Hi, Kim.
Hey, Kim.
Kim, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, how many Kims can there be in Walpole?
I'm sure there's probably a lot.
Really?
Sure.
20,000 people?
Kim is like a Walpole name, I feel like.
No, dude.
You don't think so?
Let's do the math. 20,000 people live in Walpole?
Yeah.
Let's say, just doing the math,
Yeah.
I would project that half of them are men.
Okay,
Okay,
sure.
so now
Yeah,
we're talking 10,000 people.
Yeah. How many Kims?
Kim is an adult,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
not a kid. So that's another. Let's take out.
Okay.
So now we're down to 5,000. There's probably about 6-7 Kims tops in Walpole altogether.
I'm going to go with, I'm going to take the over. I'm going to go 10.
Do you think there's 10 Kims?
I would bet there's
So
10.
there's at least
a 1 in 10.
Let's find the mean. Let's average. I said, what did I say? I said there was
7.
7?
Yeah.
So there's an 8.5.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah, ish.
Yeah.
8.5.
Yeah.
The
So
half may not have legs, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah, Kim. If that's you, Kim, hit us up. We'll send you a T-shirt.
All right. Well, let's see what the question is. I mean,
Oh
it
yeah,
could
maybe
be-
if she's asking for my resignation,
If
I'll
she-
say fuck this email.
If the question doesn't go right,
Mm-hmm.
all right, here we go. Kim from Walpole. I like the addition of Evan regarding your little hypothetical about how long you guys would last in a...
Hypothetical.
What did I say? Hypothetical.
You said hypothetical.
No, I did not. Did I? All right,
Let's
roll the tape.
roll the tape.
It's late, I can't see. I like the addition of Evan regarding your little hypothetical about how long you guys would last in a jail cell together before turning gay.
Oh, that's right.
I'm guessing almost instantly.
Ooh,
Also, do a show soon. I don't know what that means.
do a show.
Me do a show? You think?
Do a live show or an OnlyFans prison cell show.
Could go in a lot of different directions.
Evan, we need to make money for this podcast.
Yeah. All right. Well, how quickly are you going gay?
Well, you know what they say. I'm only gay for the stay.
Gay for the stay. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, you go into jail. It's like, I'll play for the other team, and
All right.
then when I get out, I go back to business as usual.
Interesting.
I've seen Oz and
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
I should know.
I would shank the shit out of you. That's what I would do.
Do you shank with a shiv or shiv with a shank? I don't even know the lingo.
Shiv with a
What's
shank.
the verb and what's the noun?
I guess you would.
Did
A
you say-
shiv is a shank. A shank is a shiv. I think they're one and the same.
I got shanked
Yeah, with a shiv.
with a shiv. I think that's how it
Yeah,
goes.
I got shanked with a shiv. Yeah.
Yeah. That would suck.
Can you imagine?
Dude, yes, because I screwed a hole through my hand.
Yeah.
And I tell people that I had to, because I drilled through,
Oh, yeah.
and that I had to press the reverse button and drill it back out,
God.
which didn't happen.
But you told them that.
But I tell them that. And
My cousin was roofing a house with a nail gun and drove a nail right through his foot, nailed his foot to the roof.
oh, fuck.
And then he had to pull the nail out with a hammer.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Who? Your cousin?
Yeah.
He needs to be
He was
best.
he was
We
a
need-
carpenter. He was on the roof. Bump, 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 bump.
Yep.
Bump, 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 boom, right through the foot. And then had to pull the nail out with a hammer.
Oh, so he's using his foot
He had
as the fulcrum,
Yep.
if you will. Simple Machines, 5th grade, folks.
Yep.
And he's using the leverage.
Imagine.
Oh, the excruciating pain. He must have gotten some blocking. If he had, you don't have blocking. All you have is a stack of heavy asphalt shingles.
He couldn't go anywhere though.
Yeah. He couldn't reach, like, what can you?
The roof.
I got nothing. Yeah. So he really did that.
Yeah. That was horrible. Had to go get a tetanus shot. Went to the hospital. Healed up nice, but not every day you put a nail through your foot. Are we done? We're moving on to the next one.
Yeah.
All right. Glad that one's over.
Okay, Kim. Yeah. I don't think we'd ever.
All right.
I don't think we'd ever be gay. To answer the question,
Yeah. No.
I think we'd be like really close, like good, more emotionally attached.
I would.
And physically.
I'd kill for you.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yep.
I would do that.
But I wouldn't give you a reach around.
No.
No.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for the call, Kim.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll give her a free hat. All right. Julie from your dad's house.
Julie, I like you already.
Is that a joke?
Yeah, like your mom's house.
Oh, but she reversed it because she's a woman.
She's one of the guys.
God.
She must be just like Liz. I can tell just
Okay.
from your dad's house. That's good. She flipped it.
It takes me a while to pick up on some of these things, but that's why you're here.
Oh, I think I understood it. That's my interpretation.
All right, here goes Julie. Hey, did I say that word right? Hey, I have $500 on the final.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you know what gay horses eat?
Hey.
Okay.
It's a good one. I have $500 on the Final Four Worst Neighbor Tournament in the office. And you bozos didn't even remember
Holy shit!
to announce the winner, Bush League.
Oh.
Julie's calling us out.
Okay. A, Julie, you're cool because you're at my dad's house. That's a brave move. Secondly, yeah. Dude, the Final Four. UConn won the men's.
Yep.
And South Carolina won the women's.
Yep.
And who won our tournament?
Well, what? Who was it? It was Gossip Girl. No. Didn't Gossip Girl go down?
Yes, she did.
To the call person, the one that
dime
calls
dropper.
the dime dropper versus loud equipment guy.
Yeah. So we have to make the. What do we do, Evan? We really dropped the ball. Like we sometimes talk about, we should do this thing, and then we never do it. We actually started a thing, and then completely forgot about it.
Okay, I'm going to make an executive decision.
Yeah,
we're going to announce it right here, right now, for Julie at your dad's house.
Yeah.
Okay. Loud equipment guy. He's all right. He's trying to make his yard look good, but he's a loud-ass neighbor. Mm-hmm. The dime dropper, she's out there or he's out there looking to get your ass in trouble. I'm going with worst neighbor is the dime dropper. You've heard it here first.
Yeah! Cut the nets down.
Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
All right. Do you agree?
Yeah. Liz isn't going to be happy with this.
Well,
she's going to challenge it. She's going to, her post-game press conference is going to be a shit show. Because she's like, this person's entertainment. This person provides intel. She's a great neighbor.
Well, we're going to find out.
And I'd be like, well, Liz, why do you assume she's a she?
Yeah. Oh, you should have been here, Liz.
That's pretty misogynistic.
You should have been here.
She's pretty, that word I can't say.
But the dime dropper could be
misogynistic. A guy. Misogynistic.
The dime dropper could be a guy. Probably not, but it could be.
Yeah. Little man bitch.
All right,
you know what's worse? You know, when a woman's doing it, it's kind of like, I feel like she's doing it from a place of concern for safety, for well-being of the greater good. Like if you're being too loud,
you're giving a little credence to this dime dropper.
To a woman dime dropper, but a male dime dropper.
Oh,
he's just being a little fucking asshole.
Yeah,
like you're an angry person.
Yeah,
you're like.
I would not have been friends with that person growing up.
The male dime dropper. The male dime dropper has some issues with his inner child, and he needs to talk to therapists. And, control that anger a little bit.
I would agree.
And focus things on more positive things, and not get bogged down with the minutia that don't get stoic, bro. You don't have to.
How about you just
worry about the things you can't control?
Just shut up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah. All right, so it's very controversial. This is kind of like Caitlin Clark not getting the calls to win the championship.
Controversy abound.
Now, I guess if it was a head-to-head, like, who would win, dime dropper versus, like, the dime dropper is going to get the other person, on the permit violations. That brush fire doesn't have a permit, does it? They're going to get, the guy's going to move.
They're always ratting on the player to the ref,
Yeah.
Like, hey, he had his hands on me, whatever,
Yep.
Just totally uncalled for.
Totes with goats.
I mean, I'd like to credit Julie, for asking the tough questions, putting us in the position where we have to answer.
Yeah, tell my dad I said I.
All right, this one comes from Sarah in Brattleboro.
Brattleboro, Vermont.
Is that Vermont?
It's got to be only one Brattleboro.
You're kidding. Wow.
Siri, how many Brattleboros are there?
What did she say?
Siri.
Did she answer?
Siri, how many Brattleboros are there?
Wow. I don't like this, Siri. Maybe, no, you have to say, hey, Siri.
Hey, Siri, why is Alexa so much more competent than you? Fucking idiot. Okay. You ever get fresh with the AI?
Oh, I do.
It's gonna affect how we have interpersonal communications. Like I just jokingly said that because we're doing a podcast and I have to bring the content. So I'm gonna be rude to the non-human voice there. But
don't piss Siri off.
But then you start talking to someone else on the phone and it's like, hey, reality check, that's actually a human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But Siri, you might piss Siri off and then she might shut your phone down. You know?
That would not be a bad thing. I would love to unplug. All right,
Sarah from Brattleboro. Wherever Brattleboro is, perhaps Vermont and other places.
Yeah, I've been there. It's a hippie commune.
Is it?
Yeah, I
Nudist colony?
No, please keep your clothes on, you hairy women. There was this lady with dreads and patchouli and like...
Hot or not?
Not. And she's got like the moo dress
thing
Jesus on with like overall. It's an overall dress thing, corduroy, freaking... Anyway, the crossing light thing went on at the intersection, and she's crossing the crosswalk with us. But she is tightrope walking across the crosswalk on the edge of the crosswalk. I don't know what she was tripping on, but it was far out, man. And everybody was like totally cool with it because it's kind of like the vibe of Brattleboro.
Got it. Did she stay on the line?
Yeah, man, she's going to the fish, and she was like, have a good show. And then she's like, who's got my farmies? Fucking hippies.
Looking for a miracle.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Whew. Wow. To each their own, I guess.
We could do a whole show on fish fans.
Now I kind of feel like Sarah's a hippie from Brattleboro.
Fuck.
Let's see what she says.
I hope Sarah wasn't the one tightrope walking on mushrooms across the street at 2 in the afternoon on Saturday.
I mean, imagine. Let's see what she says.
Me.
We'll judge whether she's a hippie or not by the question.
Yeah.
How long does it take for a podcaster to update a podcast studio? Still waiting for that answer.
Actually.
No, that's Sarah.
Sarah, that was you. Tightrope walking on mushrooms. Now I'm calling you out publicly. It takes a while if you want to do it right. Sarah, next week, we are going to be in that new studio.
Awesome.
I guarantee it. We're just touch up paint and,
love
we'll
it.
be in there, which I'm really excited because aesthetically it'll be like nice. You know, it'll look like, hey, we put effort into this. And as a listener, they'll be like, you know what? That's a good quality product they got there. I think I'll give it a listen.
It's awesome. Well, and adding the video element to it is going to be fantastic.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be great. So it's worth the time to make it right aesthetically, but also from an audio perspective, because at the end of the day, we are first and foremost a podcast.
Yep.
And then we are these other things.
That's correct.
So the audio has to be
spot on.
Yeah, it's a little echoey in here. It's a little, tinny.
That's all right. I like the quality.
And it could be better. It needs to be better. Like you ever just like randomly go through podcasts and you listen to this one, it's great. It's this one, nicely produced. It's the sound quality is tight, Then you just get this podcast that's just off a little bit. It sounds huge. It
big time
bugs me. It's like you guys didn't put the time into the quality assurance of your product, but you want me to listen to you for whatever.
Yeah, if I'm listening to, like Joe Rogan or whatever, he'll tell the participant or the guest, he'll be like, "Hey, can you move the mic a little closer? Is this good?" He's like, "No, a little closer. Is this good? A little bit closer." And then the next thing you know, they're like eating the mic, But it makes a difference. It really does.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun, and we're going to welcome Liz back.
Yeah.
To the new digs.
Next week will be great. We should. Well, actually, it's going to be great now that you're here.
Yeah.
Liz and I have been so busy with this podcast. I always get caught. I always feel like the Scuttlebutts like to get a little peek behind the curtain on the planning.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Because we're just adults playing with our toys in a basement. We like to talk about stuff. We have opinions. We have spirited mindsets. And,
sure.
And we like to get
funky
ideas off our chest. And you like to get funky with seniors. I think this is a fun thing to do, and I want to make it a great thing. I want to experiment and see what works, and so being transparent about, like, I can't say we know what we're doing. I mean, we can think that something might work.
Yeah, well, you got to throw it out there, see what happens.
Yeah. So this podcast studio, I didn't want to rush it.
Yeah.
Like I've been meticulous with no shortcuts. That was my rule.
Love it.
I've always considered myself a basement and garage grade builder.
Okay.
You want me to build some shelves in your garage to hold some stuff? I can do that. You want me to build a shed? I can do that.
I thought your work was great.
It's well, this is like it's got some finished work to
Yeah.
it. I'm going to build some built-in furniture. I'm going to put some built-in shelves. Like,
Yep.
I'm making custom insulated doors, and
It's awesome.
it's coming along pretty good. But
I like the soundproofing you put up above. I
black-
don't want to give it away, but
I'm going to
Okay.
a black felt ceiling
Yeah.
with post and beam.
Very cool.
It looks pretty neat. I made
very
that.
cool.
So anyway, I can't wait to give you guys the update. But once that's all done, I can jump back into more content creation and like that's what we did at dinner last night. So how long does it take? It takes as long as it takes, and that is going to conclude this week and next week. Sarah with an H from Brattleboro. By the way, Sarah's with an H they like it when you acknowledge that H.
Oh, interesting. Okay, Sarah.
Do not
Sarah.
drop the H on a Sarah with an H. She will go scorched earth on you.
Sarah versus Sarah.
It's Sarah. It's the same.
Sarah.
I don't know. They should just get on the same page. But anyway, okay. So yeah, we're. I think it was a 6-week endeavor, but also you get pulled off and do other stuff. It's
I think
nothing ever gets done around here.
Baloney. You do a lot.
Yeah, but it's like too much. I hyper focused on. It's taking too long. And I was like, Leslie, I just need to hyper focus and go all in and just get this done. I got to get off my list of things. She's like, go for it. So
it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, good. All right.
And then there's one last question. I think you kind of alluded to it, which is coincidental. Alicia.
Lisa?
Alicia.
Alyssa.
No, Alyssa. This is, I think it's Alicia. Alyssa. Alicia.
Alicia sounds too young to listen to this show. How old are you, Alicia? You sound like you're 26. You got like a life and stuff. What are you doing here?
Maybe.
No disrespect to the Scuttlebutts. You have a life, but it's on a different level. Like
maybe Alicia is wise beyond her years. Hence why she's listening to us. I like Alicia.
So she can feel better about herself.
Alicia says, and maybe, you know what, she could be 26 because she says, social media game is weak. That is really, that's throwing daggers.
Is that it?
That's it. Boom. Social media game is weak.
Okay, Alicia.
I'd like to touch on this if I might.
Excuse me, Alicia. Go to Instagram, look up Small Town Scuttlebutt. There you'll see I posted something 2 weeks ago. So, bam, boom.
Wow, I really feel the.
What do you got to say about that?
The repercussion on that one was. How would that Navy officer?
Did I just blow your eardrum out?
Recognize you? No.
Boom.
No. I'm gonna take this one, Rick, if you don't mind, because with my addition to the show, one of the things I take pride in and excel in, I would like to think, and this is not boastful, it's something I have a passion for, is social media. So I am going to make a commitment to you right now, on air.
Yep.
I am going to turn your social media.
Hold on, Leslie. Can you get the lawyer? Get our lawyer. Just patch him in on line 2. Thanks. Go on.
Don't look at me like that.
What?
It's uncomfortable. I feel like we're in a cell together.
Are you a pitcher or catcher, by the way?
Listen, moving on.
Top bunk.
Always the top bunk. I am going to turn the social media game around, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
I am excited about it.
Yeah.
And let's just tell Alicia that we have big things coming.
Yeah, you know what? I appreciate that. I tried. I invested in like a company. Be wary about these. Like,
oh yeah,
get new followers, get 10,000 likes and 1 million views, and blah 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 blah. They're all copycatting each other, and they're all saying the same stuff and how to feed the algorithm and the stuff.
Baloney.
Well, I get it, the science, I understand it, but there's 2 things that made me say, thanks, but like you say, I think we're done. It's like I got what I needed out of it.
Yep.
And what I did leave for was 2 things, Evan. I was challenged with the time commitment. Like, yes, what they are telling me to do logically, and they've shown me with evidence, will lead you to these results. And that's what I would like to have. I would like some virality. I would like that to channel into more listeners. And maybe a revenue stream can create. But what you're asking me to do is literally a full-time job. Like, it could be, you know. So, also, and I'm sorry. And the other thing was, it was all about the 3 things you can do to get rich quick. You know, 2 life hacks you need to know for the first day of school. You know, those kind of hooks. It was like, you need a hook, you need a thing, you need this, you need that. And I'm like, oh, and the thing that pissed me off was virality comes from predictability, not creativity. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm a stand-up comic, content creator, podcaster, opinion leader, opinion thought leader, okay, and amuse to millions. So I can't just look at the idiot over here on TikTok and go, okay, he did that thing. I'm going to do the thing. You see the thing I did? That was my version of that thing. Like and share. Like, it's, what? I'm not doing, I fundamentally cannot do it.
But you can, and I'm going to tell you how.
If you know what? I will follow direction. If you want to be like the director of social media, like I'm the director of the podcast. Like, hey, I'm the program director, right? Sure. By the way, we're going to a Christian format next week. I don't know if you got the memo.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about Exodus. Anyway, a lot of small town problems back in Babylon.
Holy smokes, yeah.
We're gonna get into that. Just kidding.
Well, we were talking about the social media campaign.
Yeah. If I'm the program director, you're the social media director. I like that thing where you just take that channel. I take this channel, and we're just, hey, Evan, this week let's look at this and look at that, and you can be like, hey, Rick, how about this for the show? And I'll go yay or nay, and then conversely, you go, okay, so for social media, Rick, you have to talk into the thing for 10 seconds, or you have to do, I'll do whatever you tell me to do because I trust you. Look up Evan Walsh on Instagram. He has fun videos and stuff. And
so I'd like to think I know what I'm doing. Here's the beauty with the podcast. Mm-hmm. The podcast literally creates 60 plus minutes of content, right? Yeah. And now that we have it on video, now we can cut sections from it and we can post that on the various channels to drive interest and bring traffic back to the site so people will listen, you know?
Yeah.
So you're creating 60 minutes worth of content that you can post on social media. That's just one easy way.
Well, we're giving too much value because we are now at the 73 mark.
Oh yeah.
33 minutes. So we gave 13 extra minutes.
It's a blessing.
I love the Scuttlebutts. I love them so much, Evan. Yeah. I think we should give them 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Of extra content today. With the bar being about an hour. I mean, we typically run 45 to an hour.
Now the clock is ticking. They got 2 minutes left.
2 minutes left.
All right.
Oh, I can't wait for one more minute because then I'll go. Well, you'll have to wait.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and if you watch the Bruins games,
yeah,
you know, you'll be taken aback to the Garden.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, well, we're going to wrap it up. Is that the last letter?
That is it. Nothing on the backside.
So social media.
Yep.
Yeah, we hear you. It sucks, but Evan's going to change that. Yeah, we don't have a podcast studio, but we will next week. Also, we talk about the video. We got videos and all that stuff.
Yep.
We are recording these videos and on these episodes, but we're not going to release them until we have a batch of like 10 episodes. So this is episode 189. We probably won't be doing this until closer to episode 195 or something, right?
Yep.
So at that point, this will be relevant.
Yeah, no, for sure. Actually, I think we're very close right now. Okay. So we have, I think, 5 or 6 episodes recorded. Oh. The whole concept is trying to figure out with the videographer if we can do this efficiently so that we're not lagging once we start to post. Because you don't want to post and then you're ready for the post next week and it's not done. But so far, our videographer, who is a friend of mine, he is nailing it, hitting it out of the park, and we should be in good shape.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'm excited because, it's a necessary evil. And we talk about social media, and I don't mean to talk like back channel, like this is behind the scenes business stuff, but being 47 and trying to stay up to date and relevant and current, even with having the advantage of 2 young kids like we were talking about, like I know who Dua Lipa is because I have a 12 and a 10-year-old. Like, how do you not, right? Oh, I know what this app is and what that thing is. I have awareness of things. I don't know how to use it. Like, things aren't intuitive. Yeah. Like, I would love companies to hire me to be the guy that comes in and beta tests your fucking app or your login, and I will show you how it's stupid.
Yeah.
See, watch what I did. I clicked here. I want to click here because my brain is telling me this is where I should go. I clicked here. It didn't take me where I wanted to go. Fix it. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah. That's like the world would be a better place if I could just come in and tweak all these major multi-billion-dollar corporations and, show them a thing or two.
Technology is supposed to be smart, but sometimes it's just stupid.
Yeah, I like that phrase. The technology is great when it works.
Yeah.
It's I think too much technology, the speed to market is a little ahead of itself. Yeah, it's like this is
it's a race. Everybody's trying to be the one-upper, And
then you get that first thing out. It's like, don't buy that flat screen TV.
Yeah,
no, wait 3 months.
Work out the kinks.
Yeah, wait till flat screen TV 2.0 comes out. It's going to be cheaper and better.
Yep.
You won't be the first on the block. But the Joneses are idiots. And they're in debt. And Mrs. Jones is fucking the mailman. So,
oh my God.
I don't know that for sure. I don't know. I don't know if Mrs.
You haven't seen Mrs. Jones?
I don't know if she's really porking the mailman.
Well,
I don't even personally know Mrs. Jones. I was just a made-up person.
Oh, okay. Well, she probably isn't.
But there's now a Mrs. Jones out there going, shit, I am fucking the mailman.
Oh, they got me.
I am porking that guy. On that note, we are going on our 17th free minute of value. So I say enough is enough, folks. Want to get out of here?
Let's do it.
Let's take us out of here. Psych, you're not here. You're on vacation. Thanks for the request for time off form you didn't fill out. We'll talk about that next week. Evan, over to you.
I don't know that I'm fully versed in the
Did I just throw it onto you? Like, that was not a good handoff.
You did.
I was like, yeah, so Liz isn't here to do it. Evan, go.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah. Sorry for listening. Click. So I'm going to pot up the closing music.
Yep.
You have to kind of have an ear for when it ends and wrap it up. Kind of like, those guys, the DJs that are playing like the intro to Stairway. They're like, let's get the lead out every Sunday night with Crazy Rick, I'm Ranger Rick hanging out with you till midnight. We got some Led Zeppelin. Stairway to Heaven came out. Right. They play Stairway to Heaven when the guy wants to go smoke a cigarette.
That's it. Yeah. So he has time to
drop a deuce. Okay, so I'm going to play the closing bed, and you're going to close us, and we'll see how you do.
All right. Scuttle Buddies. Scuttle Buddies, right? Who cares? We love you, and hopefully you're going to tune in next week because we have a very special show. We're going to welcome back the one, the only, the sexy and sassy Liz Daly.
Oh, I was going to tell it like it is.
Tell it like it is, Liz.
We start from the top?
No,